Three simple numbers are what you need to dial to obtain resources now or just before the storm. 211 Texas can help you plan before and provide assistance after times of natural disaster. They provide links to essential state programs like STEER. You can sign up for the database and input emergency contacts ahead of time. Operators can also connect you with a Red Cross shelter or FEMA. Right now, Hidalgo and Willacy counties are ready to deploy their ambuses to assist in casualty efforts. The medical vehicle, equivalent to 9 ambulances, can help with disaster response, on-site triage, and testing. Officials say it's especially helpful in cases of mass evacuations because they can move multiple patients from hospitals or rest homes.
Now to Cameron County, where Action 4's Dan Joseph has more on how the Office of Emergency Management is prepared to face an oncoming storm.
The emergency plan in Cameron County is constantly evolving.
Preparing well in advance of a hurricane. We look at our annexes, which are basically our game plan for hurricane season. We review those constantly.
That careful review involves making sure things like phone lists are up to date, meaning assistance can be just a call away, especially in the case of evacuations.
First evacuations are a determination with the county judge, emergency manager, and other leadership of the county and the cities. When they feel like it's relevant, then we'll call for evacuation.
Those evacuations are either involuntary or voluntary, like for high-profile vehicles on South Padre Island, which could easily blow over in a storm, causing serious damages.
The judge does have the authority to request a mandatory or require mandatory evacuation that ensures that everybody that might be in harm's way would be moved out to a safe location.
There are approximately 340,000 people in Cameron County, and the Office of Emergency Management tries to give residents as much warning as possible so they can evacuate in a safe manner, while the county gets help from the state as resources are deployed to help those who can't evacuate themselves.
Well, initially, that would be the Sheriff's Department, the constables would be asked to help with rescue. But we do have the ability to call in state assets.
Cities like Laredo and San Antonio become places of refuge for Valley residents during hurricanes. And people are also sent to other shelters from there.
It's important because we don't want any loss of life. You know, property can always be replaced. People don't like to hear that, but it's the truth of the matter, and lives cannot.
And if you have to evacuate on the fly, Hoskins recommends you have a go kit prepared in advance with things like important documents, food, water, medications, and pet care essentials, which will allow you to stay one step ahead of the storm and will help you and your family stay safe. Dan Joseph, Action 4 News.
Hoskins says that Cameron County must submit an emergency plan to the state of Texas each year.
Local hospitals are giving their contingency plans another look. Valley Baptist Medical Center has an H120 plan. It goes into effect 120 hours out, beginning with officials. Decisions for their 250 patients are then made based on the magnitude of the storm. They may shelter in place and discharge as many patients as possible or evacuate via ambulance.
Our patients are, of course, the priority, but making sure that the family members, those that serve our hospital, those visitors in the community, all make sure that they have their own plan for their family, so that we know that they can have confidence when they come to work, that their family is taken care of, that they don't have to worry about them, that things are settled at home so that we can focus on what we need to do for our patients.
Valley Baptist encourages employees to make their own emergency plans beforehand. If need be, a hotline will be set up in conjunction with the state. Will your home be covered if it gets covered in water? You may want to check your insurance. Up next, what you need to know about new changes in coastal policies.
El Nino is a term many connect with the number of hurricanes we can expect in a given year. An El Nino pattern emerges when an area of warmer water in the Pacific Ocean between South America and Australia slips further east. This forces upper-level winds northeast into the heart of the Atlantic hurricane breeding ground, shearing the tops off storms before they can grow too strong. During La Nina, calm upper-level winds allow hurricanes to mature.
Meantime, new disposable single-use drones called Coyotes are being used to collect data. The battery and remote control devices are dropped from a Hurricane Hunter aircraft low into the eye wall. It sends back crucial information like surface temperatures and wind speeds. The Coyote can fly for 90 minutes, dropping into the sea when the battery dies. The cost, more than $20,000 a pop.
Don't let the potential for damage and destruction to your home catch you off guard or at the last minute. When disaster strikes, your homeowner's insurance becomes key. I speak to State Farm agent Belinda Zapata about why it's important to keep up with your documents. Wind, water, hail, and ultimately damage. The aftermath you expect from hurricanes can be devastating. But a check of your insurance.
We always encourage them to be sure that they are adequately insured for any types of events like this.
Can ensure avoiding lasting disaster. Belinda Zapata is an agent with State Farm. She says for homes, particularly those along the coast, there are different facets of insurance to consider.
Flood insurance is also not covered by your homeowner's policy, and that is also administered by FEMA and sold through the National Flood Insurance Program. Windstorm, that is covered by the Texas Windstorm Insurance Association.
TWIA was created 45 years ago by the Texas legislature for residential and commercial use.
It provides windstorm and hail insurance coverage for 14 counties along the Texas coastline.
That includes Cameron, Willacy, Kennedy, Clayburgh, Nueces, and parts of Harris, among others. Residents in these same counties will also need to roll in flood insurance. The combination of the two will pick up damage costs where the other lacks.
Flood is defined by rising waters that come into the home. If it's water that's coming in through your windows and things like that, that would be covered by your windstorm policy, not your flood, because that's not from rising waters.
Zapata says once the storm has passed, it's time to get to work.
Start taking care of the wet furniture, the wet carpet, maybe bring in some vacuums to soak up all the water in the home. Then the next thing that we encourage them to do is to take photos, maybe videotapes, maybe write down things that have been destroyed.
It will help you when filing your claim, a step you should take immediately after cleanup to get your life and home back on track. Now, there are several things homeowners can do yearly to make sure they're up to speed, and that includes making an inventory ahead of time. Continue to update your home inventory to maximize that replacement return. Here's a list of what you should include, including a description of the item, serial number, purchase date, and estimated value. This is especially important for things like jewelry, electronics, and furniture. Take pictures or video and keep receipts to help you with your claim.